Throughout the release of the 14th theatrical Dragon Ball Z movie, Battle of Gods, fans were polarized on the amount of CG there was in the film. Most say that the animation was top-notch, for the most part, but people still criticized the CGI to a large degree. For the uninformed, CGI stands for computer-generated imagery and is an effect rendered and created on the computer. There are varying types of CG, but this is the most basic definition. With that said, is the CGI in Dragon Ball really that bad? In my opinion, when it comes to the backgrounds of fighting scenes, it really does add to those movies. When Goku and Beerus are flying around the city, for example, that looked fantastic and made the character stand out from the background somewhat. As for the character models rendered in CG, that is where I need to criticize. In Battle of Gods at least, the only instance where characters were created on a computer was when Goku and Beerus were running towards each other on that rocky mountain, and it's certainly not Toei's best decision. It's not very seamless with the rest of the animation, and kinda looks like a video game more than an animated Dragon Ball film. I mean, the CGI in Beerus here really lacks. Although, like I stated before, it's the only time when they do this in this particular movie. Maybe it wasn't possible to hand draw them, I'm not sure. Maybe it was a camera angle, or maybe it could just be Toei being lazy, who knows. One thing I really want to bring up is the auras, particularly the Super Saiyan God one. The flame aura in this case looks really out of place. Don't get me wrong, it looks pretty cool, but it doesn't suit the form. Dragon Ball Super handled this particular aura really well, with it being less distinct and distracting rather than the movie. Both give us a same effect, but Super is way better since it looks more natural with the way it looks. All in all, I think Battle of Gods didn't overuse CGI too much, and I mostly enjoyed looking at the scenery that was computer generated. Now I'm going to move on to the Resurrection F movie, where the CG is much more noticeable. Resurrection F? More like Resurrection CGI?
Your pitiful attempts at humor make me want to go back to sleep.
For one thing, they render more of the character models throughout the film on computers. You can really spot instances where they don't look great at all, and one of the most annoying parts about the movie is the abundance of CGI with the character models, especially in the Golden Frieza vs SSGSS Goku fight. It's strange. Most of the other fights in the film have minimal computer effects. The backgrounds still look nice and crisp. Actually, I think they look better from the previous movie, due to the bigger budget probably, and more experience with how to blend CGI with other elements. So I'd say that Resurrection F does overuse it a bit too much, especially towards the end of the movie, where it really becomes apparent. The important question is, does the CGI hinder the experience of the two movies, Battle of Gods and Resurrection F? The answer is yes and no. If you're in love with the hand-drawn style, like I am, and can't accept the CGI change, even though it does look worse the more they overuse CGI, like all movies nowadays, then you would dislike it. But if you can get past the horrible computer model, computer imagery, then you'll be fine with it. Honestly, I believe when it comes to Super, they won't use it like they did in the big cinematic movies, you know, Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, except for maybe the backgrounds and such, since it is a series and all, so I'm glad for that. Now please make sure to rate, comment and subscribe in order to inform you when I next upload. Feel free to leave your feedback and thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say on the matter. Bye.